Look up. Hi, everybody. Welcome to BOW, Brokers, Opens, and Tours Worldwide. And we're here with Florida Closing and Escrow, expert real estate attorneys, John Iowanu and Anthony Bauza, with our weekly live simulcast broadcasts. And we always start with brief COVID news. Anthony, if you will update us.
Yeah, definitely. So there are not much changes. So I'll just give a brief recap of where we stand right now. So the national eviction moratorium was extended to June 30th, matching the federal foreclosure and eviction moratorium for borrowers with federal loans. So that date is June 30th for both. The PPP loan program, that's the Paycheck Protection Program, was extended to May 31st. So small businesses have until that date to apply for a forgivable business loan. And lastly, IRS continues their Plus Up payment program where they are reviewing 2020 income tax returns as they're filed. And if you're found eligible for a stimulus that you did not receive, then they will send out a check weekly as eligibility is determined based on receipt of those returns.
Okay, thank you. And next we go to the good news, good real estate updates. Demand is at an all-time high in South Florida. Sales of homes are up nearly 30%. Condo sales are up 50% in March. And the mortgages have gone again below 3%, and the feds have committed to keeping the rates low and saying they're not going to be raising interest rates substantially. And some other highlights of some sales this week. Soccer star Lionel Messi buys the entire floor of a South Florida condo for $7.3 million. And Paul Morelli, and he is a jewelry designer, and he has purchased a waterfront mansion for $17.5 million. And that's a month after he purchased a home on Hibiscus Island. And this was purchased by his trust. And also, Thesis Hotel in Miami tapped the payment platform BitPay to accept cryptocurrencies, and that can be used for rooms and purchases. Also, the end of a dynasty for the Forge. It is now going to be taken over by David Grutman, who plans to revamp this Miami Beach restaurant. Governor DeSantis and the Seminole tribe reached a deal to bring online sports online sports betting to Florida. But in the racing note, the Formula One races are coming to Florida in 2022. So those are some brief highlights. John or Anthony, do you want to add anything to how the title business has been?
Yeah, all great news pointing to a growth of Florida and South Florida, especially. Like you said, demand is continuing to be there. We're at all-time highs. Even when the pandemic is starting to subside a little bit with vaccines, demand is going to continue to increase. South Florida is definitely doing very well with all that it's bringing to the area. So we will continue to see high growth, high sales in the South Florida area for definitely the next 6 months, and maybe hopefully for all of us to the end of the year.
Okay, and a big influx, especially from New York. And as the statistics said, now also condos. So business is very red hot in Florida. All right, next topic is marketing tools for realtors. So starting with BOW, Brokers, Opens, and Tours Worldwide, which we have also been implementing for tours one-on-one with your clients, as well as live simulcast events. We just did one with Nativo Miami, And here is a screenshot from the tour and open that we did there. And there was an amazing attendance. Over 200 realtors were there in person, but we started with a live broadcast, and we did an invite with lead capture, and the simulcast you can have on up to 5 people on the screen, and they could be from different locations. We have done them also with realtors when the agent was in a property in New York, and your guests can be from different locations. You are not limited by that. You can have guests like attorneys, mortgage broker experts. You can also bring your viewers on screen and or prospective buyers. So a lot can be done with the virtual opens and tours. You can contact me about that. And in addition, you want targeted viewers for them. There's some ways that we can boost and get a wider audience. And in addition, now there is a digital dashboard under development, which will be launching in May. This all-in-one platform is a proven AI technology for smart digital advertising, and it will have multiple channels. It will include social media with Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger, along with display, and will include geo-targeting for unlimited zip codes of your choice, along with Google embedded, which could be embedded into your ad, as well as Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, and connected TV. You'll get more qualified leads by amplifying your ads to multiple channels, such again as the social media, website, and mobile apps, an all-in-one platform. You can search your audience wherever they are. You can also monitor the results via impressions, engagements from and clicks from MLS listings and phone calls. So this is an excellent tool because it includes tracking as well as targeting your audience. And it will be also in coordination and partnered by Realtor.com. So you'll be able to take your listing from the MLS. You'll be able to create a campaign. You can decide who will see your ad, and you can decide and direct it to the website that you want people to visit. Then you design your own ad from templates that are ready made. You set your budget and you launch the campaign, and the AI will manage the campaign for you to optimize the results. So we're very excited for this to launch. You could contact me for more details. We'll be showing a demo as soon as it's ready and when it's in beta launch. And we'll also give you a $50 discount coupon. So this is very exciting. I think a tool that will definitely be beneficial to many realtors. So the next question goes to Anthony. What additional marketing tools are recommended for realtors?
So yeah, there's a lot of other marketing tools available. One that's very popular right now is TikTok. TikTok's a great place to post 1-minute videos of properties that you or your brokerage are selling or renting. I know there's one especially popular realtor that has nearly 80,000 followers and gets around 80% of his business through the TikTok platform. For luxury apartments, you could use this for videos and record yourself with your smartphone and quickly zoom in on key parts of the property. Another marketing tool is called Access. They offer a digital listing presentation. It's completely brandable, fully customizable, and allows you to showcase your listings and virtual opens with the ability to also incorporate most digital real estate tools currently on the market. It's basically a digital comprehensive property showcase and a control panel for real estate where the agent has complete control of ownership of the data. Another tool is Orchid. Orchid is a service that allows homeowners to make repairs and upgrades at no upfront cost before they list their property on the market, so that they can get top dollar for their home. Another service similar to this is called Knock. This is a service where clients could get into their dream home before they even sell their current home. So agents don't sacrifice commissions or pay any program fees. They just need to become certified with this service. And then clients can then buy and move into a new home without yet having to sell their old one first or at the same time. And this is good for clients so that then they can make a competitive non-contingent offer based on the sale, on the purchase of a property, and already get into their dream home.
Okay, thank you. And I also want to mention with BOW, with the opens, tours, or events, you will also get a link that you can then market on social media and replay it and so forth. And if you're not comfortable being on live or on the video, you can simply tour the property without being on screen. You can also send us pre-recorded videos and pictures, and we can also do narration and editing and add music and special effects and captions and so forth for you, as well as create the event and the invites and help you publicize. So again, we're very excited about a lot of these tools and look forward to the beta launch of the digital dashboard. Okay, now John, if you can elaborate a little on the Knock home swap details and other predictions that can help make realtors money.
Sure. So the main question is, what will the market look like ahead? The good news is the increased vaccination rates will lift some of the strain on the inventories as sellers feel a little more comfortable listing their home. But this is going to be more of a trickle effect than a wave. So it's going to continue to be a seller's market. What can you do as a realtor if you do represent a seller? You can just try and help them feel safe putting their house on the market. And one way of doing that is maybe trying this Knock home swap idea, or even any other platform, which basically will get the seller out of their home into a new home. And then that way they won't care who's coming by their house or checking it out because they're no longer going to be there. So that's one idea. Number two, the market is going to continue to remain hot. The increased vaccination rates will also benefit buyers. They'll get them off the sideline and get them looking and maybe going into houses and whatnot. But buyers are going to have the ability to move fast. They'll have to consider removing contingencies and making all cash offers because the demand is so high right now that the only way to be competitive in some areas is to make an all cash offer or all cash equivalent one where you can still get a loan, but you don't have the loan contingency. Number three is buyers are continuing to move out of the cities and into the suburbs. With the remote work becoming the norm and people not needing to be close to work to commute there, they're rethinking their concept of a home and where that home should be and the size and space needed to include a work, office, exercise room, a larger cooking area, and some homeschooling area for the kids. So this is helping people move out of the cities and into the suburbs and into states like Florida, because if you can have a choice from working at home, you don't need to be in a cold, dreary place. You can be here in South Florida. You can see the weather today. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's 80 degrees. So that's also going to continue to keep the South Florida real estate market very hot. And then finally, number 4 is you should continue to innovate and use apps and trends like Bow and what Cindy can offer to keep you ahead of the pack.
Right. And a sample, actually, we have the link up below if you want to see a sample from the last Bow live event. Okay. Next question is, are in-person brokers opens a good idea or not now? And what are some factors to consider and implement? Anthony.
So the practice of using an open house to market properties has been around for more than 100 years. Although they've changed a lot during the last century, the general procedures during open houses have largely remained the same, or at least it had until last year at the start of the pandemic when all norms went out the window. Most open houses were put on pause due to health concerns, and some agents still to this day haven't started them up again. Even before the public health crisis, some had started to question the benefits of open houses versus their potential risk, with the ability of anyone to basically come and go unvetted onto the property. In fact, in June of last year, one Keller Williams agent in Virginia was attacked at an open house. So they've always been risky, now more so. So there are some key factors to consider and implement to make sure you're safely approaching hosting an open house. Definitely advanced preparation is always best. Gather supplies, set expectations, maintain a set of best practices for in use during the open house. As far as COVID concerns, make sure to clean often, also limit the amount of people in the property at one time. Be aware of just the general risk in the area that you're in. And as always, make sure that the settler's experience is a good one. But always definitely ask yourself, is the open house worth it? Especially now when there's so many tech alternatives, the virtual showings, the virtual tours, they've been used now a lot, and the technology has come a long way, and that is definitely an amazing alternative to use.
Okay. Thank you. And John, if you can elaborate on some of the further preparations for the open houses, if that is going to be an option that is selected.
Yeah, it's another option, actual open house. So what can you do with your sellers? Step 1 is to have a discussion with them and find out what they're comfortable with. Maybe they'd prefer that their bedroom can be shown, but you can't enter it. So you can see it, but not enter it. Some sellers are maybe asked that you limit the amount of visitors at one time. So the best thing to do is take the time to tell them the precautions that you're going to use and ask them what they're comfortable with. Another idea would be to stagger showings, right, to avoid congregations or too many people there at once. One tactic that's useful to minimize contact within the home during an open house is to arrive at the property early and turn on all the lights, open all the doors, cabinets, window coverings, and any related items so the buyers don't really have to touch anything, right? Also, the CDC has said that ample ventilation can help break up concentrated particles of COVID-19 and decrease a person's risk of contracting the virus. So try to increase the airflow within the property by opening windows and screen doors and turning on ceiling fans, and maybe even adding air purifiers. You can also put a sign outside the home during the open house stating that only a certain number of entrants will be allowed in at a certain time. That way people know what to expect. Be sure to have hand sanitizer available in different areas accessible to the house. You can put one in front of the house when they enter, and you can have another one if you have an area where you're offering brochures and sign-in sheets. if you do have a sign-in sheet and you want someone to sign in, you can potentially give a bag of pens, and each person who signs in can use their own pen. Hopefully you have a pen with your contact information on it, and you can have them keep that. And if they need to reach you, they'll have your information. And then obviously it's always a good idea to have some extra face masks in case passerbys are in the area, see your sign out front and want to kind of pop in and don't have a mask with them. And then, as we mentioned, if all other ideas are no good or the sellers are still not willing to do an actual open house, Bao and Cindy can do the virtual open houses as well.
Correct. And we can also incorporate live chat in there as well. So I also am up on all the COVID safety precautions, and I recommend them for the open house. I know there are disinfectants that cover up to 3,000 square feet that kill COVID 99.9%. And there are also sprays and so forth that can be useful as well as digital business cards. So that way you don't have to touch and exchange business cards in person. But I think the answer is more cutting edge technology now, including the live and virtual opens. So please contact me for details. And as you know, Florida Closing and Escrow is located in Sunny Isles. I believe the only title company in that location with several languages. True? Okay. With several languages. And we conduct closings in house, curbside, or any location as needed. If the buyers are from out of state or out of country, there's the online notarizations, and we will assist the legal experts, and the team at Florida Closing and Escrow will assist from contract to closing, even with first-time buyers who might need more hand-holding. We're here to help and provide personalized services from A to Z to make sure all your transactions go smoothly. So please be in contact, 305-720-2844 or 1-800-CLOSE and floridaclosing.com. And BowLive.net to assist you in promoting yourself and your listings. And stay tuned for the digital dashboard and other tools to assist you with your success. So stay safe and healthy and in contact. Thank you. And anyone want to add anything? Or we will see you next week, Thursday at 2 p.m., BowLive.net. Thank you.